when God created man from beginning, he wanted to have direct relationship with man. God doesn't want anybody to stand as a mediator between him and men he created. God wanted men he created to have direct relationship with him, to worship him. That means anytime you want to worship God, you don't need a pastor. You will just need that and say, I serve a God. He will come. But now it's not so. It's not so. Man, the first man God created, breached that covenant, breached that trust through disobedience and sin. Adam and Eve make that relationship between man and God to be destroyed. God left the garden of relationship with men and block it that men will no longer have access to him directly. That gate through which men will follow to have access to God, cherubs have already blocked it. That means there is no direct link anymore with men to God outside man. That means if you want to worship God, the creator of heaven and earth, you must worship him through a man. Anywhere you go, and a man is not representing God there is no God. Genesis 3:8-13. Let me show you something.
And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in
the Bible said they heard the sound
of the Lord God.
Of the Lord God.
Walking in the garden.
Walking in the garden.
In the cool of the day.
In the cool of the day.
And Adam and his wife hid
themselves
from the presence of the
from
Lord
the
God.
presence of the Lord God.
Among the trees of the garden.
Among the tree of the garden.
Then the Lord God called Adam.
And the Lord God called Adam and said to him,
Where are you?
Where are you?
So he said,
I
heard your voice in the garden.
I heard your voice in the garden.
And I was afraid. Because I was naked.
And
I hid myself.
Read to 13.
And he said,
Who told you that you were naked?
Have you eaten from the tree?
Have you eaten from the tree which I commanded you?
That you should not eat.
You should not eat.
Then the man said,
the woman who you gave to me to be with me,
of the tree.
She gave me of the tree.
And I ate. And the Lord God said to the woman, What is this that you have done?
What is this that you have done?
And the woman said,
The
serpent deceived me. And I ate.
Excuse me. Man has breached that covenant. It is man that locked door between men and God. The purpose of God creating men from origin is for men to have direct access to him. Nobody should stand as a bridge, as a mediator between you and God. But now it's not so. So if you are here, you have not seen anybody that is bearing the image of God, carrying the incarnate spirit of the living God to represent your shepherd. You don't have God yet. There is no gateway through which men will have access to God anymore. Genesis 3. Let me show you 23-24.
Therefore the Lord God sent him out of the garden of Eden.
Now therefore God sent man out of the place of direct relationship with him.
To till the ground.
From
which he was taken.
Which he has taken.
So he drove out the man.
Now God has drove out man from his presence. Man doesn't have direct link with God anymore. Now it is that garden of Eden that is a place of God's relationship with man. That garden represents direct contact with God and man on earth. So that place where God designed for him and men to have direct relationship has been locked. Look at it, yes.
He drove out the man.
So the Lord drove out the man and placed cherub at the east of the garden
of Eden.
And
a flaming sword. Which turned everywhere. To guard the way to the tree of life. There is a flaming sword at the gate where men would have had direct access with God.